Okay, so I have already set up the axes here, and one of the most important things you can do when you really want to graph something in 3D and have it even look remotely like the thing you're actually trying to draw is to set up your axes, draw them with a ruler, and then measure out your units. And so I've measured our units. They're the same in the X direction as they are in the Y direction. I used 6/16 of an inch. The reason I did that is because it was easy to take 2/3 of, and in the X direction I used 4/16 of an inch. So I measured that out, and we're going to go backwards in the X direction as well. So I even measured those out in the negative X direction. So today we're going to graph y equals x squared. And we know that 0, 0 is a point, so we're just going to plot that. Next, we're going to plot the point 1, 1. So we go 1 in the positive x direction. We take a ruler, we make it parallel to the y-axis, and then we measure out exactly 1 in that direction. And so then 1, 1 is a point. Then we go to -1 in the x-axis. Again, we take a ruler parallel to the y-axis, and we're going to count 6/16 of an inch out in the y direction, and that'll be another point on our surface. So then, because we're graphing y equals x squared, we also know that 2, 4, and 2, and sorry, 2, 4, and -2, 4 are points. So we went out 2 in the x-axis, and we're counting over 4 in the y direction, again, holding our ruler parallel to the y-axis. Now we're going to plot the point -2, 4. So we've taken the ruler and put it at -2 in the x direction, and we're rounding out 4 units in the y direction. So now we've plotted sort of our base curve in the xy plane, or at least we've plotted 5 points of our base curve. And so now we're just going to connect them up as smoothly as we can in pencil. And that's the front, and we'll use a dotted line for the back. I think it's best to do this in pencil. If you mess up, you can just erase it and then try again. Okay, so now because this is a surface, it's actually a cylinder in 3D, it's the same y equals x squared regardless of what z is. So this shape actually consists of the lines along the curve parallel to the z-axis. So we're going to draw at least some more of it to get a better idea of what it looks like. So we're going to draw the front quadrant and the first quadrant and the quadrant right behind it where x is negative. And so we're going to go up 1 unit in z and just trace lines parallel to the very first line that we made, that we plotted using the points. And then for the back, we'll use dotted lines, and we're just tracing lines parallel to that first curve we made in the xy plane. And there we go. That's what it looks like in pencil. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to go and trace it over in pen. Ta-da!